All right, blind taste test number 2 on the Rieju 300. I don't even know what year this is, but it's got some buttery Kayaba forks on there. Whew, okay, let's try this thing out. It does have an e-start, but guess what it's got? It's got a kickstart too. So let's just use that just for fun. Oh, it feels good to have a kickstart. Kickstart on a carburetor, mind you. Man, listen to that thing bark. That carb sounds good. I don't know if you can hear me over this thing. It's screaming. Whoa. I don't know much about this bike. Levi from Let's Ride just dropped it off so I could test it out. It's the owner's bike, Kurt's, his personal bike. Feels pretty good. Man, it sounds mean. Love it. I don't know, I might be going too fast on this thing. So when I was riding it up here, similar to the XCW TBI, it sort of felt a little sluggish off the throttle at first, but because it has a carburetor, I just took out my flathead screwdriver and went turn and a half to the left to lean it out, and now the throttle is more responsive, and I don't have to like clutch it as hard to get on it. That's what I love about having a carburetor and a power valve. It's that KTM is taken away from us and making electronic. And they haven't come up with an app or anything to allow us to tune it. So I am a little upset about that. I want to be able to tune my bike how I want it. Because as you ride more, you get more picky. I think you just have more experience of the flavors, so you know what you want, even if it's just a little adjustment. But then there's people that, you know, they don't ride as much, haven't been riding as much, and then the electronic tuned ones, it's fine for them because, you know, it works good enough. Got this log hop. So some people were saying that this felt a little more cramped like the Sherco, but you know, I gotta say it does not feel like the Sherco at all to me, other than the vibrations. I mean, you know, these guys, you know, these companies are claiming counterbalance, but it's just hard to beat a KTM counterbalance. They just have it so dialed. But you do get used to the vibrations. But the cockpit feels good. I don't feel that uncomfortable like I did when I was riding the Sherco, and it felt just different to me. It feels pretty good. Even with these Rumpel bars, I'm so used to the KTM lows that the Sherco bars felt terrible to me. But I don't know, these ones don't even really bother me that much. love that it just gets to that power band on its own without having to clutch it. Just gets up and goes on the throttle. We got a little log hop coming up. Oops. A little too fast. I should have done some pivots and tested it. Oh dear. I gotta say, guys, if you're a Yamaha rider or whatever, you know, classic carburetor rider, I would suggest this bike, because it is going to feel what you want your bike to feel like. But it's got electric start, and it's got a 300 more bottom end. Oh. Didn't get that one as clean. But yeah, this is a good feeling carbureted bike. It feels more powerful than my KTM 300 carbureted. This feels more like the 2016 KTMs. I had one of those, and I remember when I went to the 17 felt so dulled down compared to the 16. 16 had a lot of bark. This bike has a lot of bark. Got good suspension too. Better suspension than the 16 KTM. These KYBs have been revalved, but it's been valved for a 200-pound rider probably. But they, you know, they're set up nice. I think they have Kashima coating or that black coating on them. They look trick. They feel good. Even though I weigh 150, still feeling comfortable on it. Again, sorry to be hating on the Shercos, but the Sherco suspension felt so stiff to me. Whereas, even though this is set up for a hard rider, or a heavier rider, they're feeling buttery. And if they're tuned for my weight, you can only imagine. The Sherco is set up for like insanely fast GP style enduros. And those guys go super fast, so they need super fast suspension. I like this bike. I wasn't sure if I was gonna, but I gotta say, it's a fun bike. It's got that classic, fun, put a smile on your face power. That I like. I think I'm gonna do a time test for both this and the TBI. That'll be interesting. I'll do another video on that. But if you want to see the TBI video on the same trail, you can check that out on the YouTube page. Yeah, this thing is fast. Suspension is soaking it up. Feel comfortable. So this has a gummy tire, AT81X. So same tire as the KTM TBI, just the gummy version. The bib is a lot harder than I normally run, because I'm just mainly riding hard enduro, less single track. So this harder bib does feel better on the single track. Alright, well, this has been the Rieju 300 blind taste test. Again, I haven't ridden this at all, except for this up the fire road on the way to the single track, and then the single track, and I gotta tell you, I feel pretty comfortable on it. Being a KTM guy, it doesn't feel awkward. Feels pretty good. Feels familiar, like the older carbureted KTMs. I gotta say, I do like it. If you have any questions about this bike, let me know in the comments. If you have one, let me know how they held up. And yeah, we'll do some more tests. Try to get this in some hard enduro and let you know how it goes for that. Fortunately, the seat is really high on it. I think it's aftermarket seat, so it's gonna be a little struggle test for me. But they do have a lowered version of this bike. It's called the Ranger, that has an adjustable linkage on it, so you can go lower. Alright, thanks for checking out this video, guys. See you in the next one.